Hi, Christian here.
And Vera.
From LR Time. And in this episode, we're gonna show you our brand new
sleeping platform.
Fold-away sleeping platform installed in our Land Rover Discovery 3.
Enjoy the video.
Very well. You're not in the picture.
I'm not.
There you are. Okay, good. So we'll show you how to set up the platform. The sleeping platform basically consists of a cargo separator, what we can convert into a platform. And we're gonna show you how we do this now in real time, not a time lapse. In the first step, we gotta move the seats forward.
Oh yeah.
That I'm always faster than Vera. Now we gotta fold the seats forward. Here on our Discovery, basically these seats are not the ones which you lower down, so we fold those seats forward, and now we fold them flat. And this is where the sleeping platform is stored. This is what you see here. So now we take that and we lift it out, and that's where Vera usually pinches herself the first time. Now we basically got to fold this rack down. And the way this works is I got to move the platform back a little bit, like this. Now we loosen these clamp handles. You have them loose?
Yeah.
Lift this, fold it down. Here you can see it's folding down. Now we got to lower the legs and pull this out to your white marker. Now the sleeping platform is pulled out. Now we got to lift this up in. Make sure she doesn't hurt herself. Okay. Now we got to fold it out. Before we slide it over, I got to push this one back.
Yep.
There. And this latches in here nicely. You can see that. And now the platform is all set up.
Yes.
Yeah? You want to climb in?
Oh, yes.
Now this is for Philip.
Yeah.
But it's actually large enough for you too. What are you filming me and I'm filming you?
Yes.
What kind of video is that?
You can cut it all out. The fridge is far more important than headroom here.
Okay.
I loved it. I spent the night in here with my little, what do you call it? Thermarest ISO mattress, you know? And it was so great.
You can see the platform is not 100% sturdy. It's actually curving under Vera's weight here a little bit. No, it's a 12 millimeter.
Oh, it's a 12 millimeter.
And it's this epoxy water resistant resin coated plywood. Yeah. So it will always spring back. And it was important to not make it too beefy and too heavy, because when we use a 15 millimeter, the components just get too heavy, in my opinion.
Yes,
that will do.
This is my daily driver. I want to be able to handle that on my own, you know, take it in and out on occasion when you are not around.
Okay, let's show some features now. This is how the setup looks. Yeah. You can see there are here some legs folded down. There's a welded construction. We're gonna go through that in a minute. And then here the area for the storage.
So, and Christian finally took out the cover of that compartment so Philip can store his stuff that he needs at night.
So come out, you can come out through the back here.
And yeah.
The first feature we installed in addition was a compartment for our table. There's a lot of wind right now. So this table was always annoying us because it didn't quite fit next to the fridge. So we actually cut it down, and you can hardly not see it, you know. But I cut off this side here on my table saw. So this is another bad German idea. $3mm is 0, and if I want to take 26 out, I have to move this 23 over, so I move it to 26. There it is.
Yeah.
This is what the table was too wide.
Okay.
Now I get my glue and my small drill and a couple of bits and screws and 2 hours and put it back together. And
2
then the 10
hours.
minute, and then the 10-minute job is done. Oh, that was a little deep. We're only like in 20 minutes now, so it's not gonna take 2 hours unless we screw up in some way.
We've already been at it for an hour. So it looks really cool.
You can wipe off water-resistant wood glue with a wet rag as long as the glue isn't completely solid. And then I glued it back on with lots of wood glue and put some screws in, and now the table is actually 1.25 inches narrower than it was before. And then I could install here just 2 simple rails below the platform, and we can slide the table in, and it fits by 1/4 inch. So what we still got to do is, this table is rattling when we're driving, so we're gonna have to put some foam on top and slide that foam here inside. You know, you can hear the table is making the most noises.
Yeah.
This platform, you can't pull it out straight out. This is kind of annoying, but the Discovery has here a narrow spot here in the corner, so it would actually ruin our gasket here. If we slide it out, we actually have to lift it inside, tilt it, and then get it out. This is something I gotta complain about here to Land Rover. Why did they put in this 1/4 inch narrow spot? That's the back side. Now, let's go over here. I want to show you some of these features. Here, first of all, the foldable platform and the fixed platform is joined by this aluminum piece here. If I did not screw up,
If you measure it correctly,
this will go on.
and it does, very nice.
But
Or not.
no,
Or
it's
there's
good.
a but.
See, it's not German engineering precise. We just gotta drill this.
Oh,
Why is that so?
because drilling is always 3 steps. First you drill a little hole, then you drill a bigger hole, and then you have to countersink it. And you never have a sharp drill.
I gotta cut all this out. So now we can screw this on.
You can screw this up. Look at that.
The 2 platforms.
The tiniest screws he bought.
I think I have some longer ones.
Oh, you just do so. Oh. Oh, that scratch is from Christian.
One of the piano hinges here is actually installed upwards, and the other one is downwards. This piano hinge does not have any sharp corners. I specifically looked for one which is nice and smooth, and I also used my router to put grooves in and lay it flat, so it's really not gonna be possible to feel this under an
air mattress.
Under
That is what
under
it's called.
an air mattress.
Exactly.
That's right. Good.
Good.
Give it a first try.
Very nice.
The fold-away platform is out of 3 identical white pieces, and it is attached to the cargo rack here by these aluminum rails. This way it is. I have to actually loosen this in order to get it out. You can see that this extrusion here fits perfectly on this rail here. And here you can see how it's cut in various shapes in order to make it fit into this spot. Here, I put this back in. Look down here.
Yeah.
See how it goes in here?
But those shapes are for when it's stored away.
And here you can see that this rail joins the two platforms.
Yeah.
Do you understand now what it is for?
Kind of, but I don't understand how this is going to hold all that weight.
It's not supposed to hold any weight.
Oh.
It's German engineering.
It's over engineering.
No. And then I show you.
So it's going to be metal to metal, so it's going to make a rattling noise.
No, it's not. It's precise. See, this is so you can store the boards.
Oh, I don't.
What the hell?
You screwed it on the wrong side of your line.
That can't be. That's German engineering.
Of course you did.
That would never happen to me. You screwed it on wrong. We got full program if we want to finish this today, so we have a video on Sunday.
That's not gonna happen.
We don't have time for you screwing around.
I didn't mess that one up. You let the screw fall and you
See, this,
put it in the wrong.
This is now, so you can store the board, okay?
Yeah.
This is now on here. The third one is going to go on here.
Oh.
And now you can close this, and there is enough room for the third one.
Yeah.
Okay, now these rails have the same distance down here and up here, and this also makes up the gap here.
Yeah.
From this step to this step. So if I
Here we
slide
have
this now on
little
here, okay,
that dent.
if I slide this on here, it has the same purpose as down there. This goes now over, and now you have this sitting in those channels. This height is not adjusted yet.
Yeah.
And now the third one goes on here.
Yeah, we're going to put in the third one.
Now, is that good engineering?
That's very cool.
We have one engineering mistake.
Oh no, not again.
No, we
That
don't.
is?
No, we don't. Yeah, we do. No, we
Oh
don't.
shit.
And then all these corners here, they are necessary to clear the plastic structure inside the car.
Yeah, here.
Right. Now this piece is now out of 12 millimeter resin coated plywood, and it is quite heavy because I'm holding basically a square meter of this stuff here now, and everything is nicely rounded.
Yes.
So to minimize the pinch points.
Yeah.
This way Vera hurts herself only 6 times when she sets it up alone. The legs here are basically integrated into this welded construction. Okay, so there is a hinge point here, and I got these screws Loctited in place and nicely clamped, so this is not dangling down. You know, things which dangle down are not good.
So all I wanted was a sleeping platform. What are you doing? Yeah, so this is kind of over-engineered, but that's what Christian does.
Okay, here I gotta tag weld this here quickly. Watch your eyeballs. Okay, you gotta show this one.
So that's a belter.
That's
Weld.
the better one. And here I got even an M10 thread here in the bottom, just in case I want to adjust this. And basically this piece is to join the two legs during driving.
Yeah.
And now I got the cargo rack basically in the condition where I can fold it back up.
But we have to open the screws.
I have to open these locking screws here, this one,
Yeah.
and then this one. And now I can slide it in. And now here, check out the hinges. The hinges here are pretty much the biggest secret of this design. I made these out of 20 by 20 millimeter steel, and I just machined my own little hinge, which is exactly the same size of the tubing.
So it fits perfectly.
Nah, I don't know.
Let's go
Yeah, this will go in with a little bit of filing. Huh?
So now I'm not missing the flip.
That's nice of you. That's pretty accurate, I would say.
Fits perfectly.
Yeah, except for my mistake here, but doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
So we give it the last little touch up.
Perfect. So
But,
we need some WD-40.
but these two pieces are finished. The two tubes fit into each other with 1 millimeter clearance. So I had to look for tubing which has quite a good straightness and no inside burrs or roll seam in order to get this to fit. And now watch what happens. I slide this against it, and now when I fold it up, it slides down and pretty much locks the hinge in place. Now it's tight. It can't fold forward. This is why it's quite a safe cargo rack, and it's behind the seats. When I now lock it here and I lock it here, I take out all the rattling. Now it's all solid.
Yeah.
And you can see how it's fastened here to the body. These two M6 bolts are drilled through into the plastic, and there is a steel plate behind it, which is threaded. So it's hugging tight against this plastic.
Yeah, we took all that apart so we can put a steel plate behind it.
Yeah, actually it's really easy to take apart. There's only one bolt here, and you take this bolt out, you can rip the whole thing forward, and that's good enough to get the steel plate in here.
Yeah.
We're gonna reach in. I took the bolt out. So I got this bracket, and we fastened this with a bracket on the inside like this, here on the plastic. I wanted to do this with rivet nuts, but that was an extremely stupid idea.
Unfortunately.
Rivet nuts are not so good in plastic. So I put this bracket here on the inside, and I can bolt this down. Every time you take something off in a Land Rover, you break the clip. This back together here. And there is one bolt here, which is really good enough. That's this one here. So, now watch. Whoop.
Yeah.
Then I have here a setup of angle brackets out of aluminum. This was a lot of work to figure out this design, so it's adjustable in all directions. In order to get the sliding motion, you need to have this quite parallel and accurate. But this works. You can see why I gave it up here this shape, so I can get the maximum stroke out of it possible. This way I can fold it up. Now it clears the hinges down here. You can see my hinge is now free, and I can fold. This is how this is done. When I fold it back up, as soon as the hinge is straight, it slides back down.
Perfect.
And here you can see why I have to move this plate in and out when I raise and lower this. It got this additional bar in here, and the plate is actually resting on this bar because it's quite springy. So this is why this needs to be slid back and forth. So this is now the driving condition, yeah, and the table goes right against it. And I lock these again, yeah. Look down here. There is actually a little bracket here. This is the rest piece for the removable part of the platform. This way, when I stick this platform now with these extrusions on here, it stays nicely in place and it rests down on it, and the seat holds it in place when I fold the seat up. Down here, there's one more angle bracket, and it is fastened to the mounting brackets from the rear seat. Every Discovery has these mounting brackets installed. So this is available in a 7-seater and in a 5-seater in a Discovery 3 and 4. Yeah, slide the platform out. Here you can see how our platform is now out. The removable part of the platform fits here in place. Again, it's quite heavy, and I'm glad I didn't make that out of 15mm. You can see how it nicely folds in because it has exactly the same dimension, and it's in place like this. So it's now resting on these brackets down here.
Yep.
Yeah. That's pretty much how this thing is constructed. Now I can fold the seats back up, and the seats, you can see the seats hold this nicely in place. There's basically just a hand space in between, and these can't go anywhere now because they sit down here and they're locked in place by the seats. So I consider this pretty safe.
And you still have access to those great compartments because that actually carries a lot of cargo space, you know?
Yeah. Here you can see why I made the removable platform as wide as it is, because it needs to fit into this space here. And that's why actually the inner one is cut out a little narrower. You can see that, how it follows the shape of the car here, really close. This cutout here is basically ground in such a way that it clears this corner when I fold it back up. Yeah. Let's fold the seats back up. We can't move the headrests up when the seats are up because they hit now this bar. If we want to move the headrests up, we actually have to do that before we fold the seats in. That's maybe one little downside, but this way we got the maximum cargo space in the back. We got this tucked as close to the seats as possible, and I think that's what's most important. The older Discovery 3s have this kind of a seating where you fold these forward and then these downwards, versus in a Discovery 4 or later LR3s, you have the 3 separate seats and you fold them forward and then you push them flat down. When they are flat down, they have the exact same elevation as this seat. So it would actually work with the other seat combinations from a Discovery. All the brackets are there, so everything you see here can be put into a Discovery 4 as well. See that with the piano hinge actually sitting in a groove, these boards fold absolutely flat. This may be a downside if we want to put some sort of a liner on it. It could not be very thick, otherwise this would not fold flat. So you need to think about if you want to put something on or not. And we decided to not put anything on. Back here, we're going to put a rubber mat on so our cargo doesn't slide around. Yeah?
Yeah.
Those are all the secrets. Maybe a little bit over-engineered, but I think it's functional. So, close this, and that's it for this video, right?
Yes.
Basically, it took me 3 full days to build the thing because it is just so much work to figure out the correct dimensions. So 3 times, I would say 9 hours is the construction time. The cost is about, I would say, 200 euros, because the wood is alone 90 euros. And another cost factor is the tubing, which is about 50 euros, I would say. And then you need also paint, and then some nuts and bolts, some hardware, some aluminum extrusions, and the piano hinges. So we got the rattle noise from the table.
Yeah.
So basically 200 euros. Hopefully you like this concept and maybe you want to duplicate it. And that's it for our video this week, right?
Yeah.
You got anything else to add other than that's so cold today?
Oh yeah, we hit 10,000 subscribers on YouTube, which is so great.
Yes, that's right. We got 10,000 subscribers. So thank you guys very much for subscribing and for watching our videos.
Yeah.
We really, really appreciate it. Yeah, that's our 10,000 subscriber video basically now. We're not sure if there's gonna be a YouTube video next week because we're gonna be on vacation, and we always make our videos in the week before the Sunday where we post them, so there is no backup. If we're not filming anything and if we are out on the road, no chance.
And there's no time for editing.
Yeah, there's no time for editing, so no chance to post a video. But we'll try. That's it. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys hopefully next Sunday.
No.
If not,
See you in 2 weeks.
what did you buy?
It's not what I bought.
What is it?
It's made in China.
I see you get yourself hurt.
An accident waiting to happen.
You ordered it.
Yeah, but you wanted it. You need it. Now that's your new ozone generator for your stinky car.
Well, we better put it in the car right away. Thank God I got this on video that I did it all alone.